This is 5 mistakes I made while brewing, so you don't have to. Part 2. Yes, in this series, I'm not holding back. Gonna give you all the blunders, the dumb shit I've done, so I learned to do better from that. The accidents, yeah, all of it. And don't forget to comment with your mistakes like a lot of you did on the first part. I have a link to the first video down below, so I can do a compilation with you with the best of your mistakes. But enough talking, let's get started. Mistake number 1, and this is a big one if you're fermenting under pressure. Be super anal about this. Yes, snuck that word into this video again. I've done this mistake, and you don't want to replicate this. After a long brew day, we can be tired, and also I spend a lot of time filming, and so it's a lot of work. And then we can do mistakes. I, by accident, put my spunding valve on the gas, no I didn't, on the liquid post instead of the gas post. And what will happen then is when building up pressure in there, you will of course pump all the beer out of there into your house. And I got 25-30 liters of water in my brew shed. It was a mess. The gas post have a little marks in them, and if you are on the Firmzilla, please do mark them yourself so you know which one to put on. And be super anal about that. You don't want to ruin your house just because of an accident. So don't do that. I'm Dr. Hans, this is Dr. Hans Brewery, my channel about beer and homebrewing. Yes, and today's video is sponsored, yes, by Into the AM, who makes this awesome high quality t-shirt. Feels like a second skin to a reasonable price for us ordinary grinders. They have this bold graphic design, and also they have a more basic line if you don't like print. Comes in $3 for $60 for the graphic ones and $3 for $45 for the basic ones, but you get 10% discount if you use my link down below in the description, or use the discount code Dr. Hans. Go and give them some love so they know that I'm worthy of sponsorship and I can continue doing episodes for you. Jump to mistake number 2. Number 2, and this is more of a accident more than a mistake, but I remember one time the first time something like this happened, I remember I had my bucket full of chilled wort, and I was about to pitch the yeast when I accidentally scrubbed up against the fridge, and one of the fridge magnets dropped down into my wort, and I thought I was screwed. Should I just dump it? But I decided to push on forward, and yeah, the beer came out fine. And after that, I had several accidents where I accidentally dropped shit in there and had to fish them out, or ended up with a wasp or something in the fermenter. But we are like super anal. Yep, got it in there. In all of the steps of the brew day, so if just one thing goes wrong, maybe we can get away with it. I mean, we do get away with a lot. Has something happened like this to you? Please comment down below, because I know when you're just starting out, you are extremely afraid of getting infections. And how many of you have actually had problem with infections during your brewing career? Not so much, but I'm still super anal. Yeah, let's jump to the next one. Number 3, and I think anyone who are reusing yeast like I am is guilty of this one. Don't naming our cans with yeast, jars with yeast, whatever you have in it, and think that we will remember which is in what. We won't do that, at least I won't. So I can't even remember how many times I have thrown away yeast. Of course you can brew with it, but it's better to know which yeast you are using, because yeah, so you know what you can expect, or can plan your brews better. So name them. When I do this right, I put them in small jars, like 2 deciliters jars, 200 centiliters, and those jars I put in a plastic bag if there's going to be a leak, so I have a sealed environment. And then I put a bag clamp, you know, those little ones from IKEA, the Swedish store, yes. And I write on that. It's a beautiful way. For me, it was awesome. So yeah, stop being stupid and lazy. Mark your cans. Mistake number 4. Getting bottle bombs or gushers from fruit beers. I actually never had a bottle bomb myself. Have you ever had a bottle bomb? I had my fair share of gushers, and they have been mainly from doing fruit beers. I found that you have some really complicated sugars in fruits, and it takes a very long time to ferment, and they can ferment very slow. So I usually like to put it, not always, but my main method when adding like fruit and berries is to add them at the end of fermentation. And then actually I would suggest that you leave them there for 4 weeks. Yes, 4 weeks, especially if you're bottling. It's always better to do that, to be fair. And you could get away with 2-3 weeks, but to be extra safe, 4 weeks. Even if you take a gravity sample, it can get really, really slow. And it's a good idea to freeze your food. Not food, but to freeze your fruit berries to like break up the cell membrane so you get more easy for the yeast to consume the sugars and convert them into alcohol and CO2. But I also, of course, suggest that you pasteurize your fruit. I have 2 videos on different ways to pasteurize, so I can link to those down below. My big suggestion is that if you add a lot of fruit onto your beer, that let it sit for 4 weeks until packaging. And if you're kegging, of course, it's easy to vent off a little pressure, but yeah, you don't want to ruin your house. I gave away a blueberry beer. And I said, be careful with this one, but she didn't listen. And yeah, now she has a blue kitchen. Let's jump to the next one. Number 5, getting grassy. Thought it was snake. No. Number 5, getting grassy beer from hops. I found that it's not really about like contact time that I read about when I started brewing. It's more, I've got it more when I've used, of course some hops are grassier than others, but it's more when using like old hops. So using fresh ingredients are super important. Also, if you overdo those kind of hops, that has a grassy tendency, and it's not the same from batch to batch, and also of course depends on how the hops has been stored. I try to store my hops in the fridge, always vacuum bag, have my own vacuum sealer, don't need something fancy at home, doesn't cost so much to vacuum it every time I've used it. I did a beer with a lot of Cascade hops in it, and that got grassy. And I also did a beer once with Mandarina Bavaria and Hulmelon, and that got super grassy. And I didn't even dry hop that time, and got super grassy. It was old hops, which I bought cheap. Don't be cheap while brewing. A lot of you people aren't subscribing, just watching, so please do that. Help out by smashing the like button, ring the bell to get notification when I put out a new video, comment with your mistakes, and if you want to help out the channel, click the link to Into the AM, become a patron or channel member with more content, or just buy me a beer. All links down below. See you in the next one. Då åkte Hans out.